Hi students, this is Mrs. Colburn and I just wanted to give you a quick introduction to spreadsheets. I hope this video will be helpful to you. In Excel, columns are from top to bottom labeled with letters A, B, C, D, and rows are labeled 1, 2, 3 with numbers. And so if I click my cursor here, I am in cell E8. So that is called a cell reference. First direction on this spreadsheet, actually I have two number ones, so the second paragraph is key wage and salary conversion chart in box A1 or cell A1. And notice that it overlaps and runs into other cells, so what we want to do is highlight A1 and drag this over to K1. And again, we might be in different versions, so yours might look a little different, or you might have to look in a different menu, but you're looking for a merge, and mine is right here on my toolbox on my Home tab. I'm right here in the middle, and I'm going to click Merge, and that will merge my cells and center my title over my spreadsheet. The next thing that I did is I typed number 2 directions, and I typed hourly, daily, weekly in the appropriate cell across the top. On direction number 3, you want to go down to the bottom where it says sheet 1, and you want to double click on that, and you want to change it to salary. We're naming the spreadsheet. Click enter, and then it changes the name down here. I can create a second sheet within this file, but right now we're just doing one, and I'm on salary right now. My next direction is go to a footer, so I'm going to go to my menu that says layout, and I'm going to choose header footer. And I'm going to choose a custom footer, and in the left section I want to key Excel Job 2 in this, and then I'm going to tab to get to the center section. Tab is above the cap lock, and I'm going to type hour, the class that you're in, so I'm going to type online because it's our online class, and then I'm going to tab again to the right section and ask me to put the date in. I could type the date, but we want to let the computer do as much work as we can so that each time we open this file it updates the date. I'm going to click right here, and it's going to look like this, and it will automatically put the date in the footer. Then I'm going to click OK again. Notice you can't see that anywhere. You can only see that when you go to print preview. And if you look at print preview, it should be in the footer at the bottom of the page. Our next direction is to change column widths to 8.85 inches, and some of you might have a different ruler. You can certainly try to change that. Again, don't get too frustrated if you can't get it right to 0.85. Just do the best you can and kind of eyeball. Mine is at 0.90 right now, and I'm going to go to 0.85. And notice I highlighted all the columns that I wanted to make that width, and then I just move my cursor between A and B and I drag it back and forth to 0.85. Again, don't frustrate yourself, get as close as you can, try to eyeball it. The next thing, since I have this whole sheet selected, I'm going to format my numbers. So I'm going to go up to Format Cells, and this allows me to tell, I want to choose on the number, the first tab right here. Then I'm going to click that I want my spreadsheet, the numbers, any number that I type in, I want to be 2 decimal places, and I want to check right here, use a 1000 separator, and click OK. My next direction is to go to cell A5 and type 7.25, and in A6 type 7.45. Then I want to go back and highlight these two numbers, and I'm going to make it easy for me. Instead of typing numbers all the way down to A30, I've told the computer I want to increase it by 20 cents each in my pattern here. I'm going to go to the bottom right hand corner. When my cursor turns into a black plus sign, I'm going to hold my click on it, hold my mouse down, and drag this down to cell A30. And magically the computer knows that I want 20-cent increments, and it inputs all the numbers for me. Next I want to go to G5, and I want to type $12.45, and then I want to type $12.65 and do the same thing. I'm going to highlight these again, go over to the right corner, and I'm going to fill this down. That's what this is called, fill it down. So I'm going to go down to G30 and let go. And it put the numbers in for me again. Then it tells me to go to B5. This is where we're going to start using formulas. Formulas always start with an equal sign, so I'm going to type an equal sign. And it tells me that I'm going to look in cell A5 for a number, and I'm going to multiply that by 8. So I want to type equal sign A5 times 8, and it's up here as well. And when I have that, I'm going to hit enter, and it calculates the daily wage, how much I will make at $7.25 for the whole day. Then again, I want this formula to be in this entire row, or column, excuse me, this entire column, so I can take a shortcut and go over here, change my cursor to a black plus sign, and fill this down as well. Drag it down, and it has put a formula for every cell for me. So let the computer do the work. Then I want to click on the daily or the weekly wage, C5. In order to calculate a weekly wage, I'm going to take the number from B5. So I do an equal sign, then I type B5, and I want to multiply, so we know the symbol from our first job, and we want to put 5 days. And this is how much I would make in a week if I earned $7.25. Again, I can go to the right column, put my cursor there, fill that down, and it calculates the rest for me. And I can continue to go across and do the same thing. In D5, I start with an equal sign, and I'm going to take the weekly wage, which is C5. I'm going to multiply that by $4.35, which is what the handout tells me. Hit enter. And again, you can fill that down. Then I'm going to do the yearly wage. I'm going to do an equal sign. I'm going to type the monthly wage, which is D5, times 12 months in a year. And so I've just done my entire yearly wages for $7.25. The reason that you want to use cell references, instead of typing 7.25 times 8 in this cell and then taking 58 times 5 in this cell and so forth, is that if you get a raise or they want to change this amount, maybe they want to change it to $7.30, by changing one number, it will update 4 other numbers. And so if I hit enter, those 4 numbers will update, B5 through E5. So I'm going to change this back to 7.25, so it's correct. And it changes it back. That should help you do job number 2 and help you get started with formulas. Please contact me if you have any questions. Feel free to Google things, check videos. I hope this is helpful, but a different one on YouTube might be more helpful. But I hope this gets you started. Thank you.